Today, one of Hollywood's busiest young leading ladies, Julia Stiles. And from the highly praised film 25th Hour, the talented actress Rosario Dawson. Plus, holy cow, a $50 hamburger? We'll see if it's worth the price. All next on Live. Now, here are Regis Philbin and Kelly Ripa.
Everybody, how you doing? Friday's January 17th, 2003. Still, is it cold, huh? In the 20s, mild in the 20s. Can't get out of the 20s.
Too cold.
Going down to 9 tomorrow.
Feel my hands. Feel.
I know, they're very
Feel my nose.
She's cold.
That means I'm healthy, right? If my nose is cold and wet?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. No, it's not wet, it's just cold.
Right. Cold and wet means what's healthy? Your dog? What is
Well, we love to see you make it wet for us. We really would.
No, really.
Anyway, so take a look. We had a little snow last night, just enough to cover everything up.
So
and there
pretty.
it is. Central Park with some snow in it.
I was thinking maybe we'd have a snow day here.
Oh, like we
We don't have snow days ever?
Gilman, I'll talk to her about that. All of a sudden, she's talking to me, and Gilman starts talking to her.
Well, I just...
Like he's an equal.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting Gelman's not an equal.
Of course he's not.
He calls me at home in the middle of the night and says, Gelman is not your equal. And neither are you mine.
No snow days here. We have to be here, rain or shine, every morning to brighten up America's day.
Okay, let me explain. Let me just ask you a question.
Yeah.
What if it was the Great Snowstorm of '96 and bridges and tunnels were closed,
right.
The streets were closed, and
then you know what would happen?
What happened that day?
One of us would make it.
Because you have to walk across the street.
No bridges, no tunnels,
right.
No streets.
Right. You would still do a show by yourself here.
Why, sure. What do I need? Just turn on the camera. Let's go.
Yeah. But what about the audience? They're crucial.
Oh, the audience is crucial. I thought you were going to say. No, the audience we definitely need.
Right.
I thought you were going to say, what if Gelman couldn't make it? So how are things? How are you feeling? We haven't had a medical report in a while.
Yes, I have to give you my medical report. I don't know if anybody saw yesterday's show, but I got out of my house on Wednesday, which I never do. And I went to the podiatrist, which I had never been to a foot doctor before in my life.
Did I hear you were pregnant, or was I imagining that?
No, I am pregnant, but that has nothing to do with this. This has been like
this is another doctor.
Let me explain. Let me give you the backstory. When my husband
and I got phrase these days, the backstory.
When my husband and I got married, we moved into an apartment together because we were married, and why would our parents complain at that point? So it's very, you'll see when your daughters get married and it's like, so where does your husband sleep? Oh, well, he sleeps in the spare bedroom. So anyway.
What's she talking about?
I'm getting to my foot. I'm getting to how I hurt my foot.
Yes, the foot.
We're moving into our apartment together, and I stubbed my foot on the door.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been experiencing numbness and tingling on my left foot.
Not a good sign.
So, but I've chosen to ignore it for 7 years because I'm very busy, and as long as I wore high heels, it didn't really seem to bother me. Only when I wore flat shoes would I feel this numbness and tingling. So I thought for sure I would go to this podiatrist and he would tell me that I was crazy and there was nothing wrong with me and I probably shouldn't wear high heels so much or something like that. Well, I walk into the doctor's office, and it's Dr. Joseph D'Amico. The first thing I see when I walk in is your picture hanging on the wall. Yes, he was on the show as a foot expert.
Oh, yeah.
And this is going back years.
It's all coming back to me now.
No, you have no recollection of this. I'm telling you. The only reason he remembered is because he has that picture on the wall of him like massaging your very pretty feet. Yeah. Which, by the way, the receptionist wants you to come back because she's never seen your feet, and I was telling her that they're very pretty. So he tells me that not only do I have a foot problem, I have like a foot problem that requires care. I have, a neuroma. Right there, that's a picture of it there. See, it grows in between your tendons.
What is it?
And
looks like another toe.
That's how it's supposed to look. You see the bones and the muscle. There shouldn't be anything there. And I have like this.
You have a neuroma?
A neuroma. And I was like, a neuroma? Are you saying my feet smell? He was like, no, a neuroma, but your feet do smell, but that's not the point. That's not why we're here today.
So what's going to happen to this neuroma?
So I have to go for injections.
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding.
In your toes?
In between my
toes.
Right in between.
How does one get a neuroma?
Well, either from well, he says that I walk improperly. He says that I have a bad walk. My walk is not good, and I'm doing a lot of like harm to myself by the way I walk. But he said it could come from stubbing your foot, and then it never goes back to normal.
See
you
that?
start, your bone shifts around, and so your bones start rubbing together, and you grow this.
So he's going to inject you what, once a month?
Once a week.
Once a week? For how many
6 weeks.
What?
So as soon as I'm done with my injections, I'll have a baby. Which was very funny because I was like trying to show my husband what was wrong with me, and I'm like looking through my foot book, and all of a sudden there's a picture of a baby, and I'm like, okay, well, I have this, but that's not what's wrong. I'm like, I have this and I have this. So, but it was so nice to go to it, because normally when I go to the doctor, they're like, there's nothing wrong with you. You're out of your mind. Thanks for stopping by. That'll be $400. And this time he said, yes, look at you.
You knew something was down there bothering you.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, because the only time I have relief, girls, how strange is this? The only time I have relief is when I'm wearing high heels. Like, my feet are numb, I better put my high heels on again. Isn't that strange?
It is weird, it really is.
He said my feet are collapsing.
See, I don't have foot problems. I don't know.
You have such pretty feet.
Oh, the best.
But do you think that my feet smell, or do you think he was just kidding?
Just a little bit. No, I'm kidding. You can't keep the audience out in the cold before the show too long, Gelman. I noticed when I came to work this morning that there were people outside in
and
line.
Thought, dear God,
My God, let them in, will you please?
Let the people in!
Frisk them, but then let them in, A lot going on today here in New York. Oh, George Steinbrenner sent me this picture now.
Great photo.
Great photo, and he said, sometimes you see things in a still photo that you never see anywhere else about somebody that you know.
Yeah.
This is a still photo of a guy I've known 40 years now, but I never really noticed what George Steinbrenner pointed out to me, the beatific quality in this man's face. I'm talking about Don Rickles and this great similarity to the Pope. Are we all seeing things here?
I was just, again, watching Casino last night, and there was Don again. In
the movie Casino?
The movie Casino, yes.
Yeah,
so it's very funny that you bring out this picture of
He's
Don.
going up to Foxwoods next weekend, Friday and Saturday night.
Oh,
so if you want to see the great Rickles in action, it'll be up there.
He's got that funny new commercial that makes my son laugh.
Glad?
Oh my gosh, when that commercial comes on, my son goes, Mommy, 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 look. And he makes me look at the TV, look. Because he loves the way he goes, blah, blah, blah. And he says, that man sounds like my potato head. And I'm like, it's the voice
It is the potato head.
Oddly enough.
Incidentally, I've got some news for you, miss. Yes.
Nice.
Guess who's going into the MGM Grand February 15th and 16th?
Are you going?
Yes, Regis, right here.
Out in Vegas?
Out in Vegas.
That's so exciting.
It is.
Oh, you know what you should do? Go to the Chapel of the Bells and renew your vows with joy.
I think I'm going to go to the chapel of the pay booth, the telephone booth that you got married in.
No, I just told you where I got married. You should go there and renew your vows.
Well, that's good. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah. Joy and I are a little under, you know. Ever since Ambush Television came into our life. No, we're fine.
This is a perfect way to make it up to her. She'll love it if you.
Wait, excuse me. Make what up to her? This be a nice way for Joy to make up to me. I didn't ambush her. I didn't ambush her on TV. She conspired with Gelman and a very evil associate producer named Albert, who I call Judd, because he looks more like a Judd, and they conspired to make me. But anyway, I forgive. Everything's wonderful. MGM Grand in Vegas.
That's so exciting.
On that weekend.
The February 15th and 16th.
Yeah.
Oh,
you can't go, can you?
No, well, no, I'm not allowed to fly or anything, and I'm having a baby the following week. Not that you care.
Are we?
Not that I'm saying that's.
Why do you say that?
I'm not saying that's of equal importance. I'm just saying.
Not that you care. I feel like it's our baby. I refer to it as our baby. What's wrong with you?
Speaking of babies, remember the other day when we were talking about the Joe Millionaire and Mojo? And I said, you know, I feel strange calling her Mojo because of Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, and I said, Mojo Jojo. Remember?
Yes,
okay.
It was great.
So Lori Goldberg, who is the senior vice president at the Cartoon Network, sent me a Mojo Jojo toy with his brain. See how big his brain is? This is his eyes, his nose, yeah. This is like the new...
And that's Mojo.
That's Mojo, the evil Mojo. So I want you to have that, because I think it's so cute.
Really?
Look how big his brain is.
Oh, it's really... do I really need that?
Well, it's so cute, isn't it?
Well, wait, don't you think Michael would like that at home?
Yeah, he's got enough stuff like this.
All right, I'll take it and play with it tonight.
Forget it. You could bring it home to Joy as an I'm sorry gift.
I'm gonna go over this again with you, and then we're not gonna talk about it anymore. I'm not the one that should be sorry. Understand? I'm not the one. I wasn't involved. I was sitting here minding my own business.
How many years have you been married?
I was ambushed by my own producer, my own staff, and my own...
How many
Were you
years?
Involved in that?
No, I was
Are you
not
sure?
involved. Listen, you know how in the dark I am about everything here. They don't tell...
Yeah, we're getting the idea.
They don't tell me anything. They just said, read the card, and I did it to the best of my ability. Had I known I was setting you up for such heartbreak, I never would have read it at all, Big Daddy.
Let's talk for a minute about this big football game coming up. Now, I think the Oakland Raiders are too much for the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
Even though Steve McNair's a great quarterback and Eddie George is hobbled, but still an effective runner. It's going to be the game of the day, I think, the game of the year, the Eagles versus the Bucs. Now, I don't know who I would pick in a fair fight on a fair field in the sunshine and warmth, you know, the way they play most football games. But the weather conditions being what they are in the Northeast, especially this week and going into this weekend, gives the Eagles a tremendous jump up. And I love John Gruden, and I love that whole team. As Gruden said yesterday, hey, it's not Mars, it's Philadelphia.
Well,
it just looks like Mars. That's all.
Yeah. Well, it feels like Mars when you go into their house to play. But Jody Berman sent me a Philadelphia cheesesteak hat that I guess people will be.
Oh yeah, put it on, model it for us.
People will be wearing these.
This is good. Bend over. Hey, there it is, right there. It's good. Leave it on. No, it's good.
And really, the scary thing is that I could eat a cheesesteak this big.
Yeah.
If this was real, it wouldn't be here.
You'd be eating it, right?
So isn't that funny? People are going to be wearing
You know what's hot in New York right now? Hamburger. Can you believe it? It's really back in a big way at a big price, too. Here's the yesterday's New York Times. The burger takes center stage. I guess they upped the price to $41 a hamburger at the old Homestead Steakhouse down there in the village. And then Daniel Boulou, one of our finest French chefs, came up with a $50 version of the hamburger, and there it is with all the good things in it.
This is called the Burger Royale.
Burger Royale.
You have to say it like this.
D&B Burger Royale.
It is guaranteed that after you eat this burger, you will speak French and be prettier? Is that what the guarantee is?
And speaking of food, you know, the way they've cut back on food in the airlines, they don't serve much food anymore. In fact, some airlines, JetBlue, no food at all. That's fine. But you're invited to bring your own food on.
Really?
So now the problem is not no food, it's too much aroma.
Yes.
You know, people are bringing on everything. And if you sit next to Gelman, you're dead, believe me. Dead.
Sometimes he eats those eggs in the morning. He says, you mind if I eat my... Yes.
And how about Patricia Heaton?
I read this.
Isn't that something? You know, they did the MTV Music Award, not the MTV Music Awards, the American Music Awards on ABC the other night. And, of course, the Osbournes were there, and that set off a whole, you know, rigmarole of
There was
jokes.
lots of bleeping.
A lot of bleeping and a lot of stuff like that. And
I wasn't sure if they were really being bleeped or they were just bleeping them because it's the Osbournes.
Well, I think they were bleeping them because of what they were saying.
Language.
And everybody else got into the act, too. So sometimes, you know, in this business, it takes more guts to say, hey, I'm not going to be a part of something like that, and walk out. And that's exactly what little Patricia Heaton did from Everybody Loves Raymond. No, not for me. Ow! Page 6. Really, New York Post. Good for her.
I read that and I broke out into a flop sweat. I was like, does she ever watch our show? Do I ever offend Patricia?
Are you comparing us to the Osbournes?
No, not us, just me.
Yeah, right. Okay, thank you.
I was leaving you entirely out of it.
I just want to tell you one other thing, and that is Live's Beautiful Baby Search. The details on that come on Monday. Live's Beautiful Baby Search, which sounds very much like February sweeps are close at hand, yes.
Well, it's going to coincide, Reg, with your favorite Baby Week, which is going to be...
Haven't we done this, Gilman, over the years?
No, everyone's going to send in pictures.
She's been here 2 years, and she remembers. How many years can we do the Beautiful Baby Search?
No. We do Baby Week. Since I've been
Baby
here...
Week, Baby Search, whatever it is, I'm sick of it.
Just smile.
Okay. Hey, there's a guy. Oh, Dana Fleming. Look at you right over there. Dana Fleming, everybody. You've seen her on TV for years. Hi, baby. How you doing? Looks good.
I was wondering when you were going to spot Dana.
I didn't see her. Dana Fleming never changes.
No, I know it. Always beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. You look great, Dana. Anything going on in your life right now we should know about?
Still working with your buddy Joel Siegel.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You've got the...
We do 3 specials a year that are syndicated nationally.
The awards and all of that, huh?
Yes, and the summer film preview and the holiday.
Good, yeah, Joel's a terrific guy.
Check your local listings.
Boy, you let Dana in the door, and all of a sudden it became the Dana Fleming. And there's another guy in the audience I want you to say hello to. His name is Doug Templeton. Doug, where are you? Right there, yeah. Now look, take a look at this guy. And there's his wife right alongside of him.
Yes.
Now, I want you to know why this guy is important. Because this guy probably knows more about one of the great enigmas of American television than anyone else. This guy is a boyhood chum, a confidant, and a colleague of Dave Letterman. Right, Doug? Yeah. Now listen, Doug. We don't want to pry, but if you could just reminisce for 45 minutes about young Dave. What was young Dave like?
Dave was just a hilarious kid, probably doing just what he's doing today at a younger age and getting paid a whole lot more money.
Oh, yeah. But, Doug, was he really that funny as a kid?
Yes.
Can you remember one prank or one thing that he did in the old days, young Dave?
Dave and I worked together at the Atlas Grocery, and the owner was very frustrated with Dave most of the time. Excuse me. Back in the produce department, we were putting away cereal out in the aisle, and we got a box of cornflakes that had not been sealed.
Yeah.
So Dave dumps out all the cornflakes, Excuse me.
Dave.
Goes back to the produce department, fills it up full of corn shucks, silk, all this stuff. Seals it up, marks it 37 cents, whatever it was, puts it on the shelf. About a week later, this little old lady comes in, comes up to the store owner and says, "Sidney, we got a problem." Dumps out all this. Well, naturally, you can take it from there.
Nice little story. You told it well. Thank you, Doug. Nice to have you here. Nice to see you, Dana. Let's get going here. Julia Stiles coming out here in just a minute with a guy thing.
From Spike Lee's new movie, Rosario Dawson is here.
She is on the Time Out New York cover.
Very beautiful.
And we're going to taste Daniel Ballew's hamburger, see if it's
Are we really going to taste the $50 hamburger?
Taste test, yeah. Wild trivia. Come on, Gelman. We got Peggy Hartley from Bath, Maine on the phone right now. Hi, Peggy.
Good morning.
How you doing? Bath, Maine.
Good.
Boy, it sounds cold to be from Bath, Maine.
25 this morning.
Oh, so it's actually warmer there, I think than it is here.
It was really cold first thing, but it's warming up.
So you're retired and you prefer to live in Bath, Maine?
Yeah, we lived in Florida for 6 years and gave it up for Maine.
Why?
You gave
Well, why'd you
Florida
give Florida up?
It's too hot. There's too many bugs. But if I win today, I'd like to go to Florida and see my grandkids.
You'd rather take your bath than Maine.
Any day.
All right, Peggy, let's spin the wheel. Let's see where you're going.
This is the Super Club's Grand Lido Bracco in Jamaica. 7 days, 6 nights, all inclusive. It's a little warm there, Peggy, but I'm sure you can tolerate it for a week.
I bet I could. I bet you're right.
Airfare courtesy of Cheap Tickets. It's a prize value of $4,700. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck.
That was funny there. Tolerate it for a week.
Occasionally, I crack you up.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I'm almost worth the money and the headache.
Not the headache, but anyway. Ever since you got a neuroma, you're very funny. Yesterday's show, Claire Danes was here. We mentioned she starred in the 1996 film, which is based on a Shakespeare play. Name this film. A 1996 movie based on a famous Shakespeare play. Claire Danes, one of the stars. The name of that movie, and if you don't know it, just take a guess. You may be right. Shakespeare play. Beautiful young girl. Claire Danes.
5 seconds, take a guess.
I'm going to guess Romeo and Juliet.
And you win!
You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at Super Club's Grand Lido Bracco in Jamaica, a super inclusive seaside village on Jamaica's north coast, where the gentle charm of old Jamaica meets ultimate luxury. From Super Clubs, airfares provided by Cheap Tickets, the best kept secret in travel. Visit cheaptickets.com for affordable one-stop shopping for all of your travel needs. Your prize is valued at approximately $5,000.
Hey, that was great. Peggy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now you get to help a lucky member of our studio audience receive a $250 gift certificate to Omaha Steaks. So you could probably turn that into like a $250 cheeseburger if you wanted to. Please pick a number between 1 and 149.
48.
All right, congratulations.